Hi Cancer, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your September 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all that. Those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, take out the growth spread as always, and also pull the 4 agreements, Wisdom, Oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. But we're actually going to start the reading off on rolling those astrology guys we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 5 and 5th house energy for you guys is Scorpio. Astrologically speaking, it's quiet there right now, but 5th house in general points to romance, creativity, and children. Alright, we have Aries, and Aries for you guys is 10th house energy of career and social status. And we have Chiron that's been there for quite some time. The North Node recently moved into there as well. And actually, toward the very end of September, there will be a full moon in Aries as well. So definitely some significance with your 10th house of career and social status. And speaking of the moon, we also have the moon here. So the main lunar cycles to pay attention to would be, well, at the very end of August, technically, we're going to have a full moon in Pisces. Then we're going to have a new moon in Virgo around the middle of September, and then like I mentioned toward the very end of the month we're going to have a full moon in Aries, so definitely be some significance around those lunar cycles for you guys this month. And of course you guys are ruled by the moon as well. Alright, so for that we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position we have the King of Wands, Leo energy, and challenging that we have the Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. So really what I'm seeing with this primarily could just be saying that lately you guys have been putting a lot of focus towards your finances, probably working a lot. And the challenge there is it's saying that, well, within the midst of doing that, you actually haven't had the time to enjoy yourselves around the money that you've been accumulating. So that could be something that you guys could be grappling with this month, trying to find the time and the space to actually get out and enjoy some of the fruits of your labor. Right, in the foundation position, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is actually a Pisces energy here, and like I mentioned, there will be that full moon at the very end of August. So for some of you, that could be pointing to that timeline, but not that. I feel like this is saying at the very least, it looks like this is just a desire on your part, right, to be more free, moving, right, getting out and about. So I feel like this is actually saying that this is a focus that you do have, saying that you would like to take a break from the work that you've been doing and actually get out and enjoy yourself a little bit. Right, past energy, we have the Fool. So yeah, primarily what I see with this is saying that for a lot of you, you might have actually had that time in the past, right? Meaning that that might have been something that you would more regularly take advantage of to make sure that you say, okay, yeah, even if I am working a lot, I am going to take that time away to get some relaxation and just get out in nature, right? And maybe you felt a little bit disconnected from that recently for whatever reason. Right. In the present position, we have the Five of Swords. So for some of you, this might indicate why, right? So for example, maybe you're in very competitive work environments. You might feel like, oh, if I were to step away for a certain amount of time to go on vacation, maybe I might fall behind, or maybe someone might try to take my place, things along those lines there. So that could be a bit of a fear that you have at this time around stepping away. All right, and into your future position, we have the Nine of Wands. So Sagittarius energy here, which is actually technically your house of work as well. So yeah, could just be saying that you're feeling really guarded there. But I feel like what this is pointing out, what I usually point out with the Nine of Wands, regardless of the situation, is that the main thing there is we see the 8 wands behind him, right? He's holding on to that one wand tightly, but to me this represents that reminder that, hey, you know, you have a lot of experience under your belt. So, you know, you might be fearful, if I step away from this environment for a while, I might fall behind or someone might try to step into my position, right? But I feel like this is saying that you have plenty of experience behind you to where you can feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that that wouldn't be the case. In the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Three of Pentacles. So this could just be saying that for some of you might actually figure out the best way to do it. So for example, if you really would feel some kind of guilt around the work you have to do, is you might actually start to delegate some of that responsibility, right? Or at the very least team up with people to say, hey, could you guys help me get this done, right? So that way you'll figure, all right, I'll be able to get through the work a little bit faster, so I won't have the guilt about all the work I'm leaving behind, and then I'll also be able to get out and enjoy myself. All right, in the environment position, we have the Three of Cups. So this is actually a Cancer energy here, and the artwork speaks for itself as far as it is a very light, playful, celebratory type of energy, right? So this could be representing you guys completing the work situation that you're dealing with, right? Now, for some of you, like I mentioned, we did see the Aries energy come up here. So for some of you, it might take till closer to the end of September for some of you, given that there's going to be that full moon in Aries. So for some of you, you might even have an awareness that, hey, there might be a project that you're working on and okay, maybe there's a firm deadline toward the end of September, right? So that could be what you're working hard towards. And if that's the case, another indicator there to say that, hey, maybe the best thing would be to team up with people to help get through the work. And then you could celebrate that success and victory together. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Two of Swords. So this is actually a Libra energy here. And yeah, for some of you, this could just be saying that you might hope to make the right decision around the situation, right? So maybe you might feel like you're trying to detach from any emotion around the situation and just go off a strictly logical standpoint as far as, okay, what's the logical way to approach the situation? So, and maybe, I don't know necessarily if there's an indicator that says that would be the right approach to take, but for whatever reason, it seems like you don't want your emotions involved in your decision at this time. Right. And in the outcome position, we have the moon. So speaking of emotions, the moon is often tied into emotions. And again, like we said, we did see the moon come up in your dice as well. So again, I feel like this is just a key indicator to watch those lunar cycles. And like I said, especially if this is around a work situation, seeing that the Aries moon is going to be right toward the end of September and seeing this in the outcome position, it could just be saying that, you could get everything in a row, successfully complete what you're working on, and then from there you would be able to get out and enjoy yourself without feeling any kind of guilt around the situation. All right, bottom of the deck we have Seven of Pentacles, so Taurus energy here. And yeah, like I said, for some of you, this, I somewhat touched on this energy already, to where you might feel like you're already falling behind, or like you would fall behind if you were to step away, right? And especially given that you've been dealing with this Venus retrograde in your second house of finances, you might have even had some unexpected expenses as well, right? Or at the very least, a fear around, okay, I really need to save up money for XYZ. So if that's the case, that could be part of that as well, where that energy is going to start to lift the more we move through September. So you might start to not feel stressed out about that. Moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Be Impeccable with your word and Express your love. Okay, it says impeccability of the word can be measured by your level of self-love. If you love yourself, you will express that love in your interactions with others, and that action will produce a like reaction. So yeah, interesting to read that message, because to me that makes me think of what we were saying. To me, this Nine of Pentacles energy could very well be an act of self-love, right? Like I said, just, understanding that, okay, yes, you're working hard, but what's the point of it if you're not actually able to step away and actually enjoy the fruits of your labor sometime, So it could just be saying that not only would that be the right way to approach the situation, but you would also receive respect for it as well, right? Whereas you're possibly fearing that, oh, the worst is going to happen if I do step away. Could just be saying that might actually get you a more positive reception than you're expecting. For your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Blessed. There's the artwork, and the number is 22. Let's see what this has to say. All right, essential meanings. It says something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected, grace that is an unforeseen gift from spirit. The Oracle's message. There are moments in life when, out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know deep down you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let all ingratitude for all your blessings guide you now. So yeah, interesting message there. What I would say is, again, going back to that example we were talking about, I feel like that could be one of those things where, like I mentioned, you guys might be expecting the worst if you were to step away from your work, for example. But rather than that being the case, you might actually have people who are willing to team up with you to help you get through the work faster, right? And then through stepping away too, you'll see that things actually pan out better than you'd hoped. The relationship message says you are moving toward a deepening of intimacy and a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that, even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself and spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. So, definitely a positive message here as well. This didn't seem like too much of a romantic spread, but for those of you looking for guidance there, I hope it resonated. And the prosperity message says, unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now, and don't forget to share them. Yeah, once again, the positive message there. And like I said, for those of you where maybe if you were feeling blocked up around money, as the Venus retrograde energy lifts as we progress through September, you'll probably feel better about that at that time. Moving on to your Mudras of Yoga card, we have the Vajra Mudra. There it is there, and the keyword for it is indestructibility. And there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says aligns and opens the central channel, directs energy upward to the higher centers in the body, improves concentration, strengthens willpower. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name in the description of the video as always. We'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.